Hello friends! In this video you'll see how have the actors of the movie The Warriors changed. You'll know their real names and age. I will show you how they looked then in 1979 and what's with them now in 2022. Don't forget to like and subscribe to the channel. Let's go! Swan, Michael Beck, is the leader of the Warriors gang. He thinks soberly, doesn't give in to panic and thinks through all the options for the development of events. Knows how to accept challenges, is not afraid of difficulties, and is not used to showing emotions. Cleon is one of the members of the Warriors gang. He knows a lot and informs their leader Swan about it. Knows how to fight well, but he cannot stand alone against the crowd. He wears a leopard print headdress and a necklace around his neck, played by Darcy Wright. Coach Eyes, David Harris, is one of the few members of the Warriors gang. He has a buffoned hairstyle, usually wears a feathered forehead band and wears a tiered necklace around his neck. He doesn't want to have skirmishes within the gang and sometimes behaves nonchalantly. Rembrandt, Marcelino Sanchez, is a handsome young guy, one of the members of the Warriors gang. He is bright and is often assigned to scout around or leave their signature W mark. He has a puffy African-American haircut and wears a red bandana around his neck. Luther is the leader of one of the New York gang's rogues. He always does what he wants, and his actions are not always understood even by members of his gang. Luther is mentally unstable and tends to turn situation to his advantage, played by David Patrick Kelly. Ajax was a member of the Warriors gang. He has a somewhat hot-tempered and rough nature, and among the members of the gang has a certain authority. He doesn't like that Swan is their leader and openly expresses his desire to take his place, played by James Remar. Snow, Brian Tyler, is outwardly the exact opposite of his nickname, as he is African-American. He cannot just leave his comrade even if he insists on it. Also, like Vermin, he prefers to wear a vest on a bare chest. He often wears a belt with a heart-shaped buckle. Cowboy is a member of the Warriors gang. He got his nickname from the fact that he wears a black cowboy hat everywhere. He knows how to run well, but still cannot master long and uninterrupted distances. Not used to being in debt. He was played by Tom McKitterick. Vermin is a member of the Warriors gang, and like the rest of its members, he can be recognized by the branded vest with the name of their gang, which he usually wears on his bare chest. Has curly hair and often agrees with Ajax. They're always played by Terry Mitchell. Cyrus occupies not the last place in New York. All city gangs take into account his opinion and try to follow all his instructions. He has self-confidence, a strong voice, and people are ready to follow him. He wears a ring on his left hand. He was played by Roger Hill. Policewoman is pretty, has a good figure. She has a calm but seductive voice, and for operations she can pretend to be an accessible girl who is not averse to having fun and who knows how to interest a man. She is a smart and unapproachable woman, played by Mercedes Ruehl. Orphan is part of the Orphans gang and has some influence among its members. He is rather taciturn, and like everyone else in the gang, he dresses in light-colored jeans and an olive-colored t-shirt. Has a tattoo on his left shoulder. He was played by Apache Ramos. Lizzie is part of an all-female New York gang. She has a wary look and knows how to perfectly pretend to be interested. She wears the same color t-shirt as the other members of the gang. Prefers to walk with loose hair. The roles performed by Liza Moorer. Prom couple, Gwen Press, is a pretty girl who, together with friends, dressed up for a festive occasion, sincerely rejoices at the completion of her studies. She behaves carefree, and many realities of life are known to her. Doesn't like to use a lot of makeup. Orphan played by Paul Greco, the leader of the Orphans gang, who doesn't like strangers on his territory and tries to defend his borders. He tries to present himself as an influential leader who should be feared, but sometimes he lacks assertiveness and courage. Baseball Fury, a member of one of the New York gangs. Like the rest of the gang, he wears a baseball uniform with a Furies patch and uses a wooden bat as his weapon. He is somewhat self-confident and likes to paint his face. The role is performed by Jerry Hewitt. Honk is in one of the gangs that hunts for the warriors. He knows how to roller skate well and can also pursue a person and remain unnoticed for a long time. Carries a folding knife with him and can ruthlessly attack a person with it. He was played by Conrad Sheehan. Police has a rather overweight build and a stern look. He usually patrols the city in a company car or participates with a partner in some operations, while he doesn't stand on ceremony with criminals using force. The role of police was played by Aaron Keyes. Rogue, Joel Weiss, is one of the members of the Scoundrels gang, led by Luther, and to whom he is closest, but doesn't always understand the unbridled fun of their leader. He walks in a black leather cap and the same vest with the name of the gang embroidered on it. Lizzie, Dee Benry, is one of the members of the New York women's gang. She is cute and has a warm, charming smile. Knows how to use firearms, doesn't know the feeling of pity, and knows how to act harmoniously with the team. She wears a yellow scarf around her neck. Massey is at the head of the Reefs gang. He manages well the numerous members of his gang who unconditionally obey him. He is categorical in his decisions and knows how to clearly explain his position and instructions. Likes to wear sunglasses. Played by Dennis Gregory. Baseball Fury knows how to handle a bat and plays baseball, but doesn't know fighting techniques and therefore loses in the fight to a more skilled opponent. It has stamina and can run for a long time without stopping. The role is performed by Steve James. Lizzie is the head of the eponymous female gang Lizzie. She's a pretty girl with lush hair and expressive brown eyes. It may well pretend to be a sweet and kind girl who admires a guy, but at the right moment she can also attack him. She was played by Kate Klugman. Police, Sonny Lanham, serves in one of the New York police departments. His duties include patrolling city streets or public places, such as the subway. In the service, he always wears a uniform and wears a cap. Differs in observation and is not devoid of ingenuity. Mercy is partly related to the Orphan gang. She's a pretty girl with long curly hair who is not used to being silent and quietly standing aside. She can answer sharply, doesn't show fear, and says what she thinks. The role is performed by Deborah Van Valkenburg. Fox is a small, thin male. He was the scout of the warriors. He is also very cautious, preferring to not get into fights, unlike some other members. Street smart and quick-witted. A perfect scout. He was played and voiced by Thomas G. Waits. Thank you for watching. If you liked this video, please share it on social networks, like it, and of course subscribe to the channel.